the iconography of that video was really poignant. Obviously, for those who know you, that's an obvious reference to your 2019 testimony, I
Hmm.
think against the U.S. House Committee on reparations.
Hmm.
That almost, I think, probably on in terms of mass culture, put you on the sort of public consciousness, map at that
Hmm.
point. And it also, interestingly, earned you a lot of ideological enemies that were unearthing your previous SoundCloud rap
Hmm.
material that you were putting up there. And I think some of them started tweeting out one of links to one of your rap songs called "My Dick Works,"
Hmm.
as a way to kind of make fun of you or put you down. And I think it's really, it's kind of symbolic that you're using this event now as kind of almost like a centerpiece for this album,
Hmm.
as you come out and say, yeah, I am a rapper,
Hmm.
and this is my work.
Yeah, and I'm good at it. And My Dick Works was one of my best songs, I think. It's on Spotify now. I repackaged it under an EP called Fake. And yeah, that was definitely so that was a moment where I wasn't really actively making music. I had kind of taken a hiatus from rapping and production for maybe a little over a year to get into the writing world. And I testified before Congress, and my face was, on cable news for a minute. And so obviously a lot of people loved what I said, but a lot of people hated what I said. And they, you know, try to, as one does nowadays, find out something embarrassing about the person you don't like. But the truth is, I'm not embarrassed by rap. Like I'm good at it and I love it. So you can't embarrass someone if they're owning the thing that you're bringing up to embarrass them. So I mean, and with blasphemy, I think I made that beat for that song like maybe 2 weeks after the Congress hearing.
Wow.
I had taken a hiatus, and all the hate I was getting, for some reason, I channeled it and I realized I need to come off this hiatus from music. I need to do something right now. And I think I did MDMA with my friend, and the next day, and I was just talking about it. Well, here's what really happened. Now that I'm remembering the story, it's actually kind of interesting. What happened is, like 2 weeks after I testified before Congress against reparations, I went to a show in Brooklyn, a rap show that was being run by someone I used to do shows with. So when I was doing my own shows on the underground scene in Brooklyn, I had some people I would do shows with. They were doing a show and I went to just go see it. And these are people that like I'm friends with, I have hung out with, I've whatever. Um, and I get in there and they saw my testimony before Congress and they just hated it. They were like, "We don't know who you are. We have no idea why we've associated with you in the past." And they kicked me out of the show straight up. Basically, my friends kicked me out of the show.
Mhm.
And I was trying to talk to them about it and just reason with them and be like, let's talk about it. Let's be adults that have a disagreement about an issue. And you know me and I know you, and we spend a ton of time together. We all know we're coming from good places. So let's discuss this. But it was just like no discussion, fuck off. And I did Molly that night, and I was talking about it and thinking about it. And I knew at that moment that I had to put it into music. So the very next day, I got my MIDI keyboard, I made that beat, and I started writing. And that's how I came off my music hiatus. And the album that's gonna come out this year, um, yeah, that's when that started.